John, Coach Mike again here doing the behind view of the topspin backhand. I know you normally hit underspin. Topspin's something great to add to that backhand side. You already hit a nice forehand with topspin. I stopped the film here with the ball just coming off Coach's racket. And so here comes the ball off the racket. You really want to make your turn as soon as you see the direction of the ball. Your racket's still in a downward position. Okay. From the side view, we talked a little bit about why it's important to turn from the ready position. The racket goes up high from the down position. The racket will go, you can see the ball is bouncing now. So the ball is well on your side of the court. The ball is bouncing now, the racket is still going backwards. Now it's coming up, and the racket is still going backwards. Okay, so right there is about where you get to, but the ball's already ready to be struck. So you're late on your turn. One of the keys to the one-handed backhand is to turn more than sideways in order to stay sideways. The longer you swing through the hit towards your target, the better chance you have of hitting your target. Okay, so here's where the drop is. We talked about that from the side view, the differential between the bottom of your stroke versus the height of the ball at contact. You can see you're pretty much swinging straight at it. And then you have a little bit of a roll to try to get the top spin on it. Really just a good flat ball right there. You can see how quickly the racket moves away from your intended target. So at this point I was asking you to hit down the line. And so there's contact, and then very quickly you see your strings are already facing cross court. Now they're well off the court, outside the doubles line at that point, and swinging more like a little bit of a tilted merry-go-round as opposed to a Ferris wheel. Okay? So at the start of the racket here, if we would have got there early, well before the ball bounced, you'd have been in a better position. So the racket's going to come back a little bit, then you're going to swing right at the ball and swing across. What we'd prefer to do is swing down close to the body, below the ball, and up through the hit, where your racket then would make the shape of an archway, where your arm is coming right off your shoulder right here. Okay, so now, what does that Ferris wheel look like? So we go over here, and we have the turn. So the unit turn, belly button moves the racket, right arm straight, left elbow high. My racket's a little bit open on my turn. Arm is straight. I turn more than sideways right here, and my shoulders to my chin, right shoulder to the chin. The strings go down in a closed position. You see a slight tilt on the strings. Well below the ball as far as the differential goes. You need about anywhere between 13 and 30 degrees. And then you can see from the top edge, there's the top edge coming to attack, and then all the way through to the bottom edge. So running my racket right across that ball, up the ball from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock. And then straight up. Bit of a tilt on it, but I'm working on it. You can see it's a north and south stroke. Okay, so you really want your racket to be moving in the direction you intend to hit. Hand to hand forms a line. So my right hand to my left hand is a diagonal line down. My left hand could be a little bit higher. Okay, so there's the brush straight up the ball with the vertical strings. So one more time, the turn, drop, brush. Eyes stay to the hit, body stays sideways to the court. Alright, and we go back to John. Okay, you see the step across again, not a bad thing. You can get away with it with the one-hander. We want to turn early, and we've got to be more than sideways. So just think about taking your ready position and turning sideways. You're so used to underspin, that's why you can see you're slightly leading with your bottom edge right here. So we need to get those strings closed, knuckles to the ground. And you're swinging way away from your body, where the drop of the racket should actually be hands closer to the pocket. So I'll show you on the right hand side. You see how close the hands are at the drop to the thigh, as opposed to how you come away from your body from that top position, instead of dropping down into what we call the slot, where power and spin comes from. So then you're swinging across. So your downswing is going to create your upswing. Okay, that's really what it comes down to. Your downswing moves in this position. Okay, a better view of that. Your downswing moves in this outward sweeping position. So the downswing is away from your body, so the upswing is going to be identical to it. Opposite reaction. Okay, but the tangent has to stay the same. I mean, that's just the way the body works. So what you do behind the ball is going to be the opposite, but the same as what you do through the ball. Okay, so again, on the right-hand side, what I did behind the ball is I dropped to the inside position of my body. Okay, and what that's going to do, this drop in here is going to allow me to swing to the up, same, but opposite. Okay, see what I mean? So whatever you do behind contact is going to show up in front of contact. And that's the tracking motion of your racket. So the longer you swing towards your target, the better chance you have of swinging to your target, to hitting your target. And so with that said, you want to create a downswing, you want to create a stroke pattern that is equal with the dimensions of the court. Like I said, dimensions of the court and physical laws. We have to lift the ball over a 3-foot barrier. We have to be able to drive the ball 78 feet. You want a racket that matches those things, the dimensions of the court and the physical laws. Spin, topspin specifically, is going to give you more drive, more pace, with higher net clearance, and that's why topspin is so important. Okay, because it's the spin that matches the dimensions of the court and the physical laws. All right, so John, hopefully you've got a lot out of this, and sorry about it being late. Look forward to seeing another video. You just email it to me. We can go through this again. Keep those shoulders sideways. I like the pink shorts, though. You look awesome. Miss you guys. Hopefully sometime we will see you guys again. And signing off.